This is kind of a Lego first because it has the Batman family.
Yeah. Usually we have like the JLA and we have like a whole cast of like all the superheroes and stuff, but this time we were able to really just focus on Batman and just the actual family themselves and the dynamic that plays between them, and actually create a story that really kind of plays to that dynamic. It's really kind of fun.
Speaking of, that's exactly it. You can have some fun with them that you couldn't in a serious movie.
Exactly, yeah.
Now this is the first time, if I understand correctly, that Red Hood's been in one of these movies?
Yeah, we've done Red Hood before for other movies, but like for Lego, this was like our pioneering chance to play with that character, which was a great opportunity because, you know, there's a lot of history with that character. Both Rick and I are big Batman fans, so it was a lot of fun to be able to exploit that and just be able to, but also bring it to the Lego world because, you know, Lego has kind of got its own unique style from the other DC movies that we do. So it's almost like a brand new introduction for that character.
Matt, since this is the Damian Wayne version of Robin, how would you sort of describe this take on Damian? Is he a well-balanced personality, or is he into killing and assassination, or is he a little more mellow?
He's a little bit more mellow in ours, yeah. We like to focus on the whole point of this for Lego stuff is to really just have a lot of fun. So it's you know, Robin has like always been a fun character. Damian is obviously a little darker. So we try to throw in an element or two to kind of show a darker personality at the core of it, but it's not going to be murdering or anything like that.
Does this Robin want to impress Batman and his sort of adopted brother, Jason Todd, or does he not care about them?
I think he's more just about trying to be the best Robin that he can be, you know? And I think that it's like he's really interested in proving himself and making it, you know, it's like sidekick is not his thing. He doesn't want to be that. He wants to really throw himself into the role, really wants to get in there and be a crime fighter. So I don't necessarily think we played it where it was like any idea of him trying to, you know, gain kind of an upper hand or anything like that. He just wants to be the best Robin he can be.
When you're bringing the Red Hood into this world, was there a sense of how do we do a Red Hood story in a Lego movie, or do you say, well, if they can put a Atrocitus in a Lego movie, then Red Hood should be okay?
It was really kind of like once we decided that Red Hood would be in it, it's a story almost really kind of developed around that, you know. And we saw a lot of opportunities. Like I said, the character's got a lot of history. There's a lot of dynamic to play there. You're talking about, you know, who he is, you know, and his history. So it's like that's a Batman, you know, legacy that we get to exploit, you know, for our story. So right away, it's just like start rubbing our hands together and getting really excited because we're going to be able to have a lot of fun with that.
Do you guys touch upon Red Hood's death coming back?
Yeah, Lego
maybe Lego style.
Show the crowbar.
Yeah. Well, obviously we didn't want to get too grim.
Right.
So yeah, Lego Red Hood is its own kind of history, his own kind of story and everything. And when you see the movie, you'll see how we handle it.
Does family matter to this Batman?
I'm sorry?
Does family matter to this Batman? Does he care about his Bat family, or would he rather be by himself?
That is essentially the core. That right there is the core of the movie that we're going for. It's kind of an analysis of Batman because he really is the head of the Batman family, and there's a responsibility that goes with that. And how would Batman, the crime fighter, you know, deal with that? Is he okay with it? Is he comfortable with it? Is it something that, you know, he would like to relinquish? Is it something that he's going to double down on and take the responsibility of? And that's kind of a story for a hero as well. So that is our movie, essentially, is focusing on that.
What about Batwoman? What Batwoman? Kind of bringing her into this.
And this is also the first time we got to get Batwoman in Lego form, too. So, and that was really a fun thing. We were excited to be able to bring her character in and you know, just try to have her as in the family as much as we could. You know, she's a relatively new character too, so you know, there's like a chance. The history that we have is not as deep for Batwoman as it is for the remainder of the family. So, but still, it's great to be able to do that. We have Tara Strong doing the voiceover. It's just like a really outstanding performance, and kind of a great thing to see her kind of take a different take on, you know, from Harley Quinn, which she's known for, and then do a hero like Batwoman.
Do you stay away from her sexuality, or do you kind of go there a little bit, but kind of maybe do it more matter-of-factly than really make a big deal out of it?
Well, I mean, it is Lego, so it's like Lego doesn't really focus too much on. We're focused on just the characters and just being superheroes and things. So, sexuality is not really brought up in the film, but it's not something that we excluded in avoiding it for any reason. Just being that it's a kid movie and things like that, we're there to have fun with heroes.
So the movie is Batman focused. You bring in characters not typically associated with the Bat family, like Brother Eye, Shazam. So, how fun was that? Right?
Well, I myself actually, I've always been like really kind of fascinated with Omac as a character, and so to delve a little bit into the history of that character with Brother Eye was pretty cool. It was another aspect that again never been brought into Lego, so it was kind of interesting to be able to exploit that part of DC Universe, because Brother Eye obviously has been part of the DC Universe that expands further out, so the fans will be able to get something. If they're watching it, they'll know that there's like a timeline that will continue on from here. But for new people that could come in, it's basically a great introduction.
Do the theatrical Lego films or the Lego Batman movie ever influence your creative decisions?
Oh, the theatrical ones?
No, the previous.
Oh, the other previous ones?
The previous theatrical.
Yeah, we kind of, it helps that like I've worked on all of them. So it's like if I wasn't directing, I was at least storyboarding. And honestly, this has probably been for my career the most satisfying thing I've ever done. It's superheroes and it's fun and it's for all ages, and that's something that just brings so much joy to me that that really it just feels like a universe in itself. So I wouldn't say that we necessarily pick and choose individual things from individual films, but it just feels like we're creating a continuity in itself that we just like to play, we like to be sacred to.
Well, you've done it like, for example, there's a scene where Batman's either jumping or something and he goes, Batman Returns, Batman. I mean, you mentioned the titles, that you go back that way. So there's you kind of poke fun a little bit and have some fun with it.
It's as soon as we see an opportunity to like do something like that, it's kind of hard not to have a little fun.
In your opinion, do you think the Lego DC video games help the popularity of the movies, or do you think the movies help the popularity of the games?
I hope that it's like one big mix that just helps everything one another, because I actually really like the Batman, Lego Batman theatrical film. I love the Lego movies, the Lego games I've played, and they're just tremendous fun. I bought the sets. I like to tell myself I'm doing it for research for the role. And in all honesty, I've just become a junkie, and it's just so much fun. And it just is like it feels like each thing is unique unto itself, which I think is also nice because then you get a sense of variety. But at the same time, they link together.
I was going to ask about the sets actually, because do you ever, when you're going to create the design process for a movie like this, do you ever see a set just out and about and go, we should really try and work that into the movie?
Oh, it's amazing actually. That is something that's happened a lot. They've actually been nice enough to give us sets before for actual reference. And then, just like you said, it's like it's not just me. The entire crew that works on it end up becoming really big Lego fans. And our prop designer, I remember explaining to us, he's like, as soon as you get that knowledge of the different Lego bricks, it's in your head, you start looking at the world as Lego. And it's like you walk around and you're just envisioning, how would I build this room out of Lego? How would I build that car out of Lego? And we never stop. And then the more you build, the more you learn. And so that universe just becomes more rich.
Is Batwing the character in this story?
I'm sorry?
Batwing.
Batwing?
Lucius's son.
Oh, no, he's not in this one. Yeah.
Is there anything that you wanted to include in the movie that you weren't able to?
I think, was there anything? I think we pretty much, there were things, both Rick and I are really big fans of the Adam West and Burt Ward 1966 Batman show, and so we play a little homage to it, but obviously it's like we can't, for licensing reasons or whatever, and plus the constraint of the time in the story, we can't go exploitive too many different things that we would like to do. But it'd be great to put a Caesar Romero Joker in there somewhere.
What came first in your life, Legos or Batman?
I'm trying to think. I'm a Superman fan primarily, so I think I feel like Batman came in because I was associated with being a good friend of Superman. And Lego I played with was a kid, but like I said, I actually became a bigger Lego enthusiast as an adult. The sets have gotten so elaborate and really kind of fascinating. And I still remember when they came out with sets, I was buying them in the 90s, and they were really interesting, and they've just improved even then, you know. So it's like I'm still doing it right now. And trust me, I shouldn't. But